right, a very happy Tuesday, everyone. Thanks for joining us today on News 10 Plus. I am we did that a little too. Oh, it went again. Wait, third time's a charm. I am Taylor Gattoni, joined by Studio 10's Rachelle Legrand. How are you today?
I'm feeling great. Day after Juneteenth, great day of rest. Had a great weekend. So very, very excited to be back. It's Tuesday, so it's everybody's favorite day on Studio 10. You know why?
Take Me Home Tuesday.
Take Me Home Tuesday. So we're not sure exactly yet if it's going to be a dog, a cat. You'll find out today.
It's going to steal my heart regardless.
It will. I know it will. It always does. But today, the Capital Area Humane Society will be visiting us. So they'll let you know about which animal it is that you can take home, and they can call your own pet, give them a new name and whatnot. So stay tuned for that. Plus, also today, Claudia is going to be telling us about a deer sanctuary. And Michigan is filled with a lot of different deers, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about a place that they have, and they call their own. I don't want to give too much away, but you'll find out about all of that later today at 3 p.m. Plus, recently, the Miss Michigan USA pageant recently just crowned their two new winners. So they're two amazing women. One is a teen and one is a woman. One is a little bit older, I should say. Both of those were age, but they're coming on the show today, and they're going to talk a little bit about the competition, what it's like doing pageants and whatnot. I think a lot of people don't understand. They think it's just like, okay, I get on stage, I just put on a crown, but there's a lot of work that goes into it. Let me tell you, I've walked those heels before, okay? So it's quite something.
I can't walk in heels. This is why we don't do it.
That's why we wear flip-flops and sneakers around here. People don't know that. But actually, the girl who became Miss Michigan, she had tried doing this 7 times for 7 years.
Wow.
And she finally won. So talking about when hard work pays off.
Oh.
So it's a really,
good for her.
So she'll be telling us a little bit more about her story. And hopefully we're keeping our fingers crossed for both of them, because they may become Miss Teen USA and Miss USA. And if they become Miss USA, if she does, she'll go on to Miss Universe.
Oh my gosh, that is incredible. So we, in a way, get to follow what we do.
We get to follow their journey. And so they'll be coming on the show today to tell us a little bit about what it was like getting to that crown, what that final moment is like. I know a lot of times we watch pageants, we see them holding hands, and they're like, you know, so they're going to be
stressful. You watch them and you're like, I am stressed for you, and I did not put in any work besides clicking the remote.
Can I tell you, I will bite my teeth and I'll get in front of them and I'm like rooting for them. Go, go, go! So I love it. It always feels very nostalgic for me. So it's really exciting that they get to join us today and be on the show. And then we also get to play a little this or that game. We always want to get to know the girl, get to know the woman behind the crown, but it's Michigan edition.
I like that.
So we'll be asking, you know, do you like Lake Michigan or Lake Superior? We'll be asking them a few questions about what their favorites are around the state.
That's fun. Okay, as people are getting used to what lakes they want to have fun on, we will bring in that tomorrow is the first day of summer, and you were just telling me that you were feeling dehydrated today. Let's talk about that for a second.
Taylor.
It is hot outside.
It's very, very hot outside.
That is the talk of today. It is hot outside.
I think I had so much fun this weekend. I didn't necessarily hydrate as much as I should. So I'll be drinking a lot in between commercial breaks, just making sure I can keep myself going for the full hour and whatnot.
All good. It happened. I did the same thing. I'm like, you guys are finishing up Studio 10. I'm in there, like, sipping on my water bottle.
No, but tomorrow, actually, I don't want to give too much away about tomorrow, but, you know, the first day of summer, a lot of what Studio 10 has been doing is showing you a lot of different activities that you can do in the summer, especially now that we're all going back outside and enjoying the weather and enjoying those activities. So we're going to teach you a lot of different things that you can do. You have them tomorrow. So make sure you have a pen and paper ready. And get some sneakers, too. You'll need them.
Oh, boy.
And be hydrated.
There's a whole list. Get a notepad and a pen so you can write down everything on Studio 10. All right. Anything else, Rachelle?
You can, just in case you happen to miss anything today, just head on over to our YouTube, WILX Studio 10, and subscribe. This way you'll be notified as soon as everything gets posted, and you'll never miss a single thing that we do.
Perfect. I was going to say there's a lot of those things. Rachelle was mentioning all of the things that you can expect this summer. She said there's a whole list, and the first thing you want to do is grab some of those outdoor shoes. I'm going to move this box. All right. Thank you. There we go. The other thing, Sorry, everyone. There we go. You can also subscribe to their at WILX Studio 10 YouTube page. You're going to hit that white button right there, subscribe, and you can watch all of the past videos with Studio 10. If you miss anything, they were talking about Claudia Sella's package coming up today, her story, talking about some deer and what you can expect. Of course, here in Michigan, we have plenty of deer. In fact, I was driving around yesterday and I saw a family of deer on the highway, and you know, you kind of freak out. You become a deer in headlights. You freak out a bit when you see deer. Anyways, if you miss anything with Studio 10, they come on at 3 o'clock Monday through Friday. You can go on to at WILX Studio 10 on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, and you can always go back and watch any of their amazing stories that they put together. And they put a lot of hard work together for this. But me and Rachelle were talking about the heat outside. I know many other members inside of the WILX News 10 newsroom are also talking about the heat. It is flirting with the 90s today, and so making sure that you are all staying hydrated. Well, we do want to tell you what those summer-like temperatures are feeling like this week, as the official start to summer is tomorrow. So we're going to send it to First Alert Meteorologist Justin Bradford.
Well, the weather pretty nice on this final day of spring here. Summer starting tomorrow. Live look outside from our Meridian Company Skycam view right out the studio. Showcases those deep blue skies. We like to see that outside today. We certainly going to have to watch for the high sun angle too. UV index forecast for today has it at very high, and so burn time in 20 minutes or less. You'll want to be sure to take protective measures even through this evening, as today, tomorrow for the summer solstice, and the following day all have sunshine. And those are the 3 highest sun angles we have all year long. And so that'll be something to keep in mind. Haven't had a lot of rain lately, and we won't the rest of this week. Friday, Saturday brings in some small chances for rain. But I think Friday is going to be tough to throw a shower down. And Saturday should really just be a humid day. And we watch for the opportunity of some storms to flare up in the afternoon. That'll be the same thing we may deal with headed out into Sunday, too. But the drought index around here has kept us in moderate drought across most of mid-Michigan here. I expect by Thursday's update, this may either get extended further to north, or we may even see some severe drought like you see in places near Chicago start to work in. And that's because we just don't pick any rain up the next few days. So the hour-by-hour forecast shows that here, back to around the mid to upper 80s later on. Lots of sun in this forecast, just a few showers possible in other parts of the Great Lakes, just not around here. Start near 60 tomorrow morning and get the numbers back up. Even though the model tries to throw down a few dots of rain here, I think it's going to be really hard to get any showers to flare up as we head into our Wednesday. And I think it's another day that does stay dry for the first day of summer. Even out into Thursday, we should have more dry conditions before we get into the broken down pattern, especially headed into next week, which is shown here in the 10-day forecast. Again, tomorrow, the first day of summer, we eventually see temps cool off slightly, lower 80s by Friday. Very small chance for a shower. I think the better opportunity comes with 2 very hot and humid days. Saturday, Sunday, both near 90 degrees, and both feature a chance for a storm late in the day. I think the better opportunity for rain is going to come Monday, Tuesday, and even Wednesday next week. Temperatures will be slightly cooler by then, and it'll bring the opportunity for rain. But this will be much needed as well. Hopefully we can pick up some water before we get to that following holiday weekend, which is just after the end of this 10-day.
All right. Thank you, Justin, for sharing the 10-day forecast and all of the different temperature trends we're going to be seeing over the next 10 days. Obviously, what you saw in there was that the first, about half, the rest of this week, going to be very, very hot. We're talking mid to high 80s, all that sun and heat, the dry heat because we don't have the rain. But then come the weekend, Saturday, Sunday more so, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we are getting that desperate need of rainfall that we really, really, really need. Emphasis on really need. I know a lot of farmers, a lot of planters, anyone with the grass outside. If we take a look, let me see. I'll show you another time. But on our MSU Skycam, we always show that during News 10 Plus, you will see that the grass outside is very not so green. But if we take a look at our US 127 Skycam, not looking too bad. But if you look in the distance in the median there, you're seeing that the grass is, in fact, a little bit more brown and dry looking outside. So we could definitely use those rain chances by next week, something that they will continue to be tracking. But coming up later in our newscast, we want to let you know what you can look forward to. So coming up during our 90 minutes of news and starting with First at 4, today on Mid-Michigan Matters, we're talking about mosquito-borne illnesses. Not fun. I bet you're feeling itchy already, just me talking about it. However, with the official start to summer being tomorrow, you'll probably start seeing more mosquitoes, especially when we do get that rainfall. That's typically when mosquitoes' eggs can start hatching. So you will kind of start to see more mosquitoes and mosquito-borne illnesses as you get more of that humid temperatures outside. You have that rainfall. And that's where all the female mosquitoes can lay all of their eggs. They hatch, and unfortunately, that's when you get a boost in the mosquito population. So something you always want to watch out for is the West Nile virus and Triple E, also known as the Eastern Equine Encephalitis. That is a real threat to people and animals here in our area and across the country. But there was a case found near Michigan or in mid-Michigan not too long ago. So we'll be talking about the mosquito-borne illnesses you need to watch out for coming up during Mid-Michigan Matters. Then News 10 at 5, the Nixon Water Park is opening. Very exciting stuff. News 10 at 5:30, the Izzo Family Medical Center ribbon cutting happening today as well. It's all, Izzo and his family really do contribute towards the community. They've done a lot of great things. So this is just one of the ways to represent them. And then coming up, News 10 at 6, the Check Your Heart rally at the Capitol. That is always very important. I know with all of this heat, that can kind of take an impact on your heart as well. So all of that is coming up during First at 4 and during our 90 minutes of news. But in the meantime, we do want to send it over to our reporters out in the field because they are working super hard in this heat to make sure that they can get you these stories during our 90 minutes of news. So we're going to throw it out to them.
Thanks, Taylor. Every year, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority advocates for social justice at the Michigan State Capitol. This year, the focus is on mental and maternal health. You'll hear from people who experience both coming up on our 90 minutes of news. Deanna, what are you working on?
Thanks, Tanaya. LCC is partnering with Sparrow to address the nursing shortages in a different way. I'm Deanna Giles, and I'll tell you the opportunities presented to nursing students on News 10 at 5. Aaron?
Thanks, Deanna. I'm Aaron Bowling, and I'm in Jackson today because at this golf course, 8 different holes were vandalized. The vandalism is political and contains profanity, and the repairs are costing the city upwards of $10,000. All of more on this story on News 10 at 5:30.
All right, thank you, Tanaya, Deanna, and Aaron for sharing what you have coming up during today's 90 minutes of news. I forgot to put your lower thirds up, but hopefully, I know people know who you are by now. If anyone does want to keep track of all of the changing weather we have coming up, again, our meteorologists working very hard to give you what the summer-like temperatures are going to be like, our next chances of rain. If you want to keep track of any of that, you can download the WILX weather app that is free off of Google Play and off of the Apple App Store. You can set your location, so even if you are going on vacation, say for the 4th of July coming up, if you're heading up north, you can set your location to follow you. It will follow you towards wherever you are headed, and it'll give you accurate weather updates. So even if you're not staying in the mid-Michigan area, you can always stay up to date. Our meteorologist team, they do a great job making sure they keep updated. I'm always hearing them update all of the different forecasts, and they'll go, oh, the system's changing. So download the WILX weather app off of Google Play and off of the Apple App Store. Well, we have a lot to get to today, and hopefully you're all staying cool so you can take a break inside with the AC. You can watch First at 4 and 90 minutes of news. Also, Studio 10 starting at 3 o'clock, coming up in about 45 minutes. What you got over there, David? Oh, that's so cute. Can we show that or should we not? All right, we'll get you up here. This is before we leave. We'll get David up. I'll put you on this side.
I don't know if you can see it.
Should I give you the box?
This is for Ann Emmerich, Dave Jones, a Emmy Award-winning cake.
Oh,
Where's
yep,
the-
there you
there
go.
it is.
Move it a bit that way. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my
Congratulations, Ann and Dave, on their Emmy win over the weekend.
I love it. There we go.
There
Let's
you go.
shimmy over. Do not drop that. That looks so good. Oh, that's so sweet. But yes, some exciting news here on, well, with News 10. Ann Emmerich and our photographer Dave Jones, they won an Emmy Award, so we will be celebrating. And hopefully you guys can, again, cool off the rest of this Tuesday. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, there we go.